Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today we are speaking about how to go deeper in meditation, how to actually be able to calm your mind and access the state of meditation. Because isn't it frustrating when you sit to practice, you put a timer for 20 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, and then all you're doing in that time is trying to calm the mind. You just keep thinking and ruminating over anything. The mind can give you a million different things to think about. So this often happens. It could be as simple as you've just checked your WhatsApp before you sit to practice and someone said something that you don't like. And now the whole time you're just thinking about how to respond, how to get back at them. What's the best thing I should say? Or, you're planning some task. It could be anything, right? Mind just keeps on going. The people around you, in your family, they are probably thinking, wow, this person doing meditation. But only you know that you've just been thinking, sitting there and just thinking about something, not really actually practicing meditation. So a solution to this, I want to share with you a really simple but powerful tool that you can use, and that is beads, meditation beads, often called a Japa mala or rosary beads. They come in many forms. I'll show you one right now, right? So this is the traditional Japa mala. It has 108 beads. You even get the smaller version, the bracelet beads. You can use those as well. This is not a video on how to use a mala or beads for mantra sadhana. Okay, that is a separate topic altogether. I have a video on how to use a Japa mala, the traditional method. You can check it out. I'll link it in the description below. But today we're simply speaking about why these beads are so powerful, how it works, and how you can almost guarantee that if you use them, you will be able to calm the mind and enter into the deep stillness that you want. Okay, so here's why they work. Think of this. Think of a child who is trying to learn how to ride a bike. Now, they don't start off with a bicycle, right? You first give them a tricycle, because a tricycle has 2 extra wheels for support, because the kid doesn't have balance. So he tries to ride, he's going to fall one side or the other. He needs balance. The 2 wheels are supporting, essentially. Then once he becomes proficient at that, he moves on to trying a bicycle. But even there, the parent often is holding the child, supporting the child until they can really get their balance. And then finally, once the balance is there, once they gather momentum and balance, they let go and they just ride off into the horizon, right? Meditation is exactly like this. The beads are your tricycle, essentially, because the mind that doesn't have balance, that doesn't have center, that keeps on going to different thoughts, essentially can be brought back with the use of the beads. So the way that you do it is, let's say you're focusing on the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, you move to the next bead. Breathing in, breathing out, you move to the next bead. With every breath, you move to the next bead. And what this does is activate something similar to what we call hand-eye coordination. So with every new breath, normally when you would go off into another thought, you have to come back to a new bead. You have to move to a new bead. So it brings you back. Every time you go to a new bead, you come back to the present. And this way you train your mind to stay with the breath, to not ride thoughts as they come. Thoughts may come, thoughts will definitely come, but because you're coming back to the bead, it is keeping you centered, keeping you mindful in the present moment. And in this way, you slowly begin to gather momentum and you stay more and more with the breath, Then soon a time will come when actually you have so much momentum. You are with the breath. You've been with the breath for 100, 200, 300 breaths continuously. And you no longer actually feel like even using the beads anymore. You were just there with the breath. Here you can put the beads aside. How the parent lets the child go, riding into the horizon. And you can now go with the breath, allowing it to take you deeper and deeper within, penetrating the layers covering yourself essentially. And feel that natural peace that is within. Visit that inner stillness essentially. So that is it for today. Okay, this is simply saying that if you're struggling to concentrate, to calm your mind, use beads. With every new bead, you go to the new breath and you stay with the entire breath. Stay with the breath as it comes in, stay with the breath as it goes out. And the more you do this, the more centered you'll be, the more present you'll be. Soon you will no longer need the beads, and you will essentially be riding the breath inward to your inner stillness. So this is it. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.